Welcome to IEEE 2013 development. The title of paper is Bayesian Network-Based Knowledge Engineering Framework for IT Service Management. This paper authorized by Star Technology, and this paper implemented core technology using Java as a front end, and Java web services are also implemented here, and the backend tool is a MySQL database. Next we'll see the brief explanation about this paper. In Bayesian network, here service management become more important area for the IT management. Mainly here, main risk of the paper is um, manage the resource for the IT service management. It's a big risk for the IT services, because you can share the resource from different various areas. So here mainly Bayesian network implemented on a service management for the web services oriented concept, because you can nowadays you can share the resource for the network in service IT service management. So services related information source diverse for the diverse incomplete heterogeneous geographically distributed the resource and file sharing and etc. Our scope of the project is constraining IT service management. It's that means this paper developed the framework for the service management. They are using Bayesian network. That's a Bayesian network to utilize the knowledge model. So we can implement service management through Bayesian network using knowledge engineering. This is our architecture of Bayesian network. So look at your architecture. Look here. This is the bottom of our infrastructure. That is the other information resource, CMDB, system event log files, operation management tools. These are rules. These are rules for the knowledge extracting from the repository. So common adapter like that, the common information CA, design, field, testing, application, refinement. This is our the key knowledge engineering workbench. So nowadays you can access the more than cloud sites. Cloud sites contains the various apps and various storage services. Here a user will be directly go to access through internet to implement our process. But in IT service management, give the some permission to some restriction to access the storage and resource sharings also. Here mainly implemented on a knowledge engineering basis through Bayesian networks. This is our Bayesian interface agent. This is a Bayesian knowledge base and a repository knowledge extractor and rules. Here our infrastructure, that means IT infrastructures. First you can develop the design and building the apps through Bayesian network visualization, and the next validation and testing and refinement. This is the integrated for the Bayesian knowledge engineering process for the software model. So first you can design, that means you can create own resource or apps. First you design. Next building to the Bayesian network. So Bayesian network visualization, that means construction of the framework, service management, IT service management. Next validate the validation of the apps or resource from Bayesian network, the IT service management. So next testing. After that you can refinement for the next stage iteration process. Here are roles. What's a node type in our computer system? So here role 2 node type web server or DB server, and role 4 node types of services, and role 5 is a transaction dependency. These are the knowledge engineering rules applied to the Bayesian network from the IT service management systems. So here methodology is for the variables in a table. remote call procedures. That means RPC. Here using the army concept to implement the remote call procedure. Here this concept we implemented as a, you can call the remote system to access from the access your system for the some security. We can apply the some security. That means some restriction we apply to access our remote system. That is a method of export knowledge for the running state. Next, ODC, distributed transaction coordinator. You can transfer the files and sharing the from the DB like that. DB sharing and the process. Next, OS configuration. You can directly get the remote system. That means first you check your OS configuration to history of data, and SQL services, SQL server services. That means database expert knowledges and admin services for the all the apps and all the application and storage also, and publishing services to the expert knowledge from the user side. This is our methodology and describes variable state of these variables. There is a template. So all nodes, logical agent, application server, JTE. That means JTE server, DB server, physical elements. Install and relationship for the template roles definitions. This is our relationship. Knowledge engineering tool by Bayesian network knowledge base. That means knowledge engineering and the tools. Integrate the service dependency. This is the parameters Bayesian network. Bayesian network structures. So CA tool and DB models. This is our dependency for the graph-based systems. Wipes application, web server, operating system, and database server. This is a service for the web services provide the online services. DB services provide the relational database relation concept. OS, what is OSR? I don't know working in our system that is monitoring OS services. That is include our architecture. That means ID services management. This is a node selection interface. User whatever you want to like the node, you can access your remotely get access your system. That is a very important to implement our IT service management. First to construct the framework for the Bayesian network basis to access the node selection interface from the user side. Knowledge engineer implement the rules. What are the softwares? What are the nodes are running in a stage? You can provide the service to the users. That means programmer like that users. This is a server implement for the IT service management. In an information model, common information model, and that is object oriented information model, and shared information or data model. You can operating system to share the data from the one system to another, or like that. You can store the data from the servers, main servers, and share with the others. That's a shared data information model. Internet information model is a simple network management protocol. I can rewrite state-based alternating the related informations. Bayesian network implement the IT services management for the fulfill the IT resource and utilize the IT resource management and fulfill the service, provide the service for the programmer or users, and easy to construct the Bayesian network for the IT service management through the data mining concept. That means knowledge engineering based level. Next we will see the our feature enhancement for our paper. Go to your just to double-click framework hidden Markov model. We can change the just to change the network model. This paper proposed only Bayesian network. Now we apply to the hidden Markov model, that is a cloud-based transactions. This is our hybrid clouds. So cloud computing contains three types of services. One is the software services, another one is the platform as a services, and finally is the infrastructure as services. That is the service models. So in our hidden Markov model, three type of processing it's must. One is a signature verification for the authentication server, and banking transaction account verification for the transaction server, and finally service management server is a network management server. That server for the transaction and share the process. In a digital signature, we can implement the DAC algorithm. That means a digital signature algorithm can implement the signature and the transaction process for the every transaction, file sharing, application running process, and account transformations. Everything will be a transaction server maintenance, and service management for the web server network. You can interconnect over a network, share with others, and share with the files from the local area to wide area network. That is implement for the network management services. Here everything and store and monitoring the database services. That is a hidden Markov model we can implement it to the access the cloud basis implementation. This is our flow chart. That is a signature verification. That is how you can access internet from the multiple users. First verify the signature verification and the digital signature authenticate first checking process. And the user enter your banking process for withdraw and debit and account verification manage and transactions. And the Markov models. So send the request from the DBO service. Collect the server information, fast crashed down server or every server, and then the storage server, multiple web services. So multiple web services checking. And the query processing, DB server application information, and the multi-server file name versus and IP based retrieval user. This is our process to implement our hidden Markov model and Bayesian network model. Next we will see the implementation process and how to execute our project in our Java based level. Next go to your project backup. It can